Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo, so keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show.
Whoa, what's going on? I had a hour-long Zoom call with Trey and the team today. It was just kind of talked about just big Q&A of what the system, the new update that he got with all of the Notion stuff, how to use it, things like that. And I think pretty much the whole team was on that call except for maybe a few VAs. I don't know, but it seemed like everybody was content and happy with everything. The questions that I got were honestly questions because they haven't watched any tutorial videos, which is fine. But what's really cool is I've been getting notifications via email that say when a video has been watched for the first time. It doesn't say every time it's watched, which I wish that was an option, but Nito doesn't offer that. It's on for the first one. So I guess that's helpful, but anyway, I've been getting emails saying that they've been watched for the first time, so I know they're being watched, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, there's so much. Like I said, I talked for an hour straight and only got through half of the stuff with Andrew on the sales call. So there's a lot to go through. And if you say that the average video length is 6 minutes, that means I spent 10 hours recording videos straight. Because there's about 100 videos total. So 100 times 600, that's 600 minutes. It's 10 hours. So I don't know. But anyway, that's about an hour long. So if you want to hear that, it's at the very end. We didn't really talk about much. Just talked about the system, how it works, how to do certain things, and then things that Trey needed for me. So I wrote a little note of things to accomplish, and I got a lot of them done. So a couple things he said were to get certain notifications and then get certain automations done. And I said, oh, yeah, perfect. And so what I did was I texted Karn and I said, hey, dude, there's some projects if you want to take these. If not, all good, but this is what we got to do. He said, yeah, no problem. So that's very cool. And yeah, so Trey gave the green light to have Karn get hooked up to his Notion, which is very cool. I trust Karn. He's a great guy, very smart, he gets the shit done, which is awesome. And just an overall great guy, and I would love to be able to continue to give him work, but I would ultimately love to be able to pay him. But we'll get there. We will absolutely get there. So that's about an hour of this show right there. The other things that happened today were I pretty much just worked on this software idea that I had. I spent a good chunk of the day as well getting things ready for Mina, for his Notion transfer. And that, I messaged him today. He must be extremely busy right now because the communication that I've been getting from him the last week has been very shitty. It's all good, but it's shitty. He even canceled tonight's Zoom call. Now my voice is cracking a lot. Excellent. He even canceled tonight's Zoom call, so I don't know why that is, but probably stuff going on, probably busy. Because with all the texts that I've sent him just over the last week, he replied to everything in one text today. It was a 1-minute voice memo, but it was so simple. Not complaining, but the reason why I even bring this up is because one of the things that I said was, hey man, I can probably finish everything tonight, and then tomorrow we'll shut down Notion, I'll transfer it all over, and then Wednesday we'll be up and running and good to go. And he said, oh yeah, cool, sounds good, let me know. That's what he said. So I thought that would be a bigger deal, shutting down Notion, the entire workspace, everything shut down for a whole day. I thought that'd be a bigger deal, in the middle of the week. So I don't know. He said, yeah, just let the team know. So I don't know. I think what I'll do is I'll just keep on working on it tomorrow. And, if I'm calling the shot, that I'll just say, hey guys, at this time, I'm just going to ask everybody to be done with Notion. I'm going to continue working on things, and then voice crack number 5 of the show. Awesome. And then I will turn it back on tomorrow, meaning Wednesday, because today is Monday. And because this is what I would say tomorrow. And then I'll turn it back on midday Wednesday or something like that. And then maybe everything will be done by the time that I have the call with Mina at noon on Wednesday. I don't know. But if I'm calling the shot of when things are turned off, then I'm not going to worry about doing it right this second for tomorrow, because I don't know. I just don't think, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anyway, today, number 6, love it. Today, other than the thing with working for Mina stuff, and transferring and moving and getting all that set up, I pretty much spent the day building the software. And all I've been doing is using Cursor, and I am now currently getting, I think it's pronounced Supabase set up, which is, to any OG listeners, or maybe not OG, to anybody who listened to the show 200 episodes ago, let's see, 200? No, 150, doesn't matter. When I was talking about getting a custom software designed for PT Dom for tracking social media content and performance and things like that, I was going to make my own website and my own software for Brian. And I set up this thing called Firebase. And this is just an online cloud database storage to store all info on the software, because that's how all information is stored. Which, if you think about things like Instagram, I just can't imagine the amount of storage that these things require. It's insane, But I am currently getting that set up. With Cursor, it's actually doing it all for me, which is crazy. So I asked it what it needed from me, and it said, hey, just give me this key, give me this code, give me this URL, paste it here, I'll do it all for you. Which is so sick, because that's all I did. And it's been downloading, installing, doing a whole bunch of this shit, which I'll be honest, I don't know what this stuff is, but it keeps saying this could take a while, downloading, blah, blah, blah. This is looking for multiple versions of HTTPX to determine which version is compatible with other requirements. This could take a while. And then downloading, blah, 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 collecting, blah, 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 downloading, blah, blah, blah. Info, this is taking longer than usual. You might need to provide the dependency resolver with stricter constraints to reduce runtime. If you want to abort this run, you can press this button to improve how PIP performs. Tell us what happened here. I'm in no rush whatsoever, so if this needs to run all night, then all good. But I'm currently setting... Damn it, I'm currently setting this up, and this is going to allow me to actually store anything on this website. The software that I'm building, it's going to allow me to create a login page so that I can't access it unless I provide an actual username and password, and the password is encrypted and has to be accessible that way. So that's pretty cool, because the software that I'm building right now, it's all a bunch of fake shit, obviously, just for testing purposes, and nothing is saved or stored, so I can't do anything. So, for example, I built a little analytics page. This is a very basic one, and it says active clients, onboarding clients, on pause clients. They all say 0, despite the master log showing 2 active, 1 onboarding, 1 pause. So it's not connecting, it's not live. Obviously shit didn't even exist yesterday, and yet we have so much created already, which is crazy. And the way that it looks is actually really nice. I'm a big fan. I even got the light mode and dark mode set up, a little switch at the bottom left. And it's so cool because I just explained to it exactly how I wanted the button to look, the pill, the icons, and everything. And it's literally exactly what I had in my head. And it works perfectly. It works instantly, actually. Which is just so cool, the fact that I can bring these things to life. Which makes me want to revisit the whole FedEx software, because I used to bitch and moan about that all the time. So I wonder if I could revisit that and try to build something that way. I don't know. Probably won't, because I'm not going to jump ship on this idea. Voice crack number 7, all good. So anyway, I'm making a lot of progress on this fairly quickly. which is cool. What I'm doing, I think the best course of action is to get the logic down and to get down all the logic, all the calculations, where things need to be, where things need to come from, how things are totaled up, summed, averaged, all that, and then go from there. Because I was thinking just about the infrastructure of this, and everything runs off the master log, right? So we just have the client names, click on the person's name, and you have every piece of information inside of their name. So you click on John Doe, and then we have client information, financials, renewals, check-ins, follow-ups, testimonials, onboarding. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. That's what I got. I even worked on financials today, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff on here that I made that I'm looking at, and it's just, I don't like it. I don't like how it looks, but I can fix how it looks later, for sure. I can do all that, but I think getting the structure and the logic and all that shit down, making sure that things calculate correctly and making sure that things are tracked correctly, I think that's the most important thing. We can go back and edit how it looks later. But I kind of am trying to polish off, to a certain extent, each interface as I go. Because, for example, it's very small, but, I'll click on the status, and rather than it... So one thing... These are tiny details, but they really make or break something. So if I click on something and it's a pop-up, like a drop-down, I don't want to have to click the X to exit out of this. I want to be able to click out of it and just click anywhere on the screen and it goes away. So because it didn't do that, I had to instruct Cursor to do that. And I said, hey, when something pops up and I'm in a drop-down menu or whatever, I want any click outside of that menu to be kind of the opt-out button or the exit click. So when I click that, it just takes me out of that drop down or the editing, whatever it is, and then I'm good to go. Same thing with these edits that I'm making with, if I want to change the client's name or the email or the phone number, I have to make it so that something appears around the text and then I can edit it and then I can click save or cancel. But I want to make sure that those things that pop up, the save and cancel, don't shift the screen or move things around. I want to make it float so it's nice, and there's all these small things that I have to think about and to make sure that everything runs smooth and is voice track number 8 and it just it makes sense. It works like every other website works, so it's pretty cool because as long as I can articulate that and get my point across, then it seems like it's doing a great job at building that. So yeah, there's a lot to do here for sure. This is a fat project, and I'm day 2 on it, but it is going to go much faster than Notion because I can prompt my way through everything, and I don't have rules. There's no rules. There's no parameters. There's no, I can't use this or I can't run this automation. Voice crack 9, all good. Can't do this because Notion isn't set up this way. Blah blah blah. There's no rules. This is my own thing, so I don't have to. If this is what I'm doing, then the clients don't have to pay for Notion, which is great. So that's an expense saved. So I could even, if they're going to pay $200 a month for their team, I could just say, we're going to save you money from Notion. You're going to pay $200 here. Of course, I'm not going to do that. But that makes you feel better that they're not paying as much. And then, of course, there is the make automations that I don't have to pay for. And this is full ownership, with Notion. Somebody could copy, paste, send it over, and do whatever they want with it. With this... absolutely not. Log in, log out, or you don't have it. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting stuff. So yeah, this is a huge work in progress for sure. And the amount of progress that I made today on it is crazy. It was so much. So I don't know when this will be done, but considering how much progress I made today, it could be. The thing is there was no lack of focus. There was no procrastination. I'm so excited about this that I only want to do this. Matter of fact, Lexi came into my office and she said, hey, have you eaten anything? And I said, no. She says, you need to eat. And I was like, no, I'm good. She says, well, I love you. We have a lot of food. Please eat. And I said, okay. And so she brought me food. If that wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have eaten anything. And first of all, that's an amazing thing. Love her so much. But second of all, that's just kind of how stoked I am about all of this. There's so much to do here, and it's just so exciting because there's no rules. With Notion, there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of restrictions. And I'm not talking shit on Notion. Notion's badass. Notion is kick-ass. Love it. But if you give me the option to make my own thing with no rules versus using Notion with a lot of rules, I mean, obviously it's polished and it's nice and it works. But I know what I'm trying to build, and I'm trying to fit my imagination into somebody else's box, and I don't want to do that. I want to make my own. So that's what I'll do. And if it takes me longer, then so be it. But I mean, I don't know. This is fun as fuck for me. This is exciting. The thought that this is my own thing, I own it, it's my idea, property of me, and I control everything here. If I want to change the font, I can change the font. If I want to add more colors, I can do that. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. I don't have to wait on Notion to do anything. This is me. This is all me, right? So, big fan. And speaking of all this, it looks like it's still downloading stuff. So I'm going to leave this running all night. I don't know how long it should take. I don't even know what it's doing, to be honest with you. Matter of fact, why don't we... So it's getting the URL... So I'm actually going to ask AI what the fuck this is doing. Hopefully I didn't just give it a whole bunch of sensitive information. I don't think it did. All right, let's see. So what is this? So this is Cursor after I gave it all the info to set up Supabase. What is this doing? Because it's just downloading a whole bunch of shit. I don't understand. It's doing exactly what you told it to, installing the Supabase Python client and its dependencies inside your project's virtual environment. It's pulling the Supabase Python SDK and .env so you can load environment variables for your keys. The scrolling text is pip downloading some packages that Supabase Python the client requires. The taking longer than usual message is just pip's dependency resolver doing slow work, not an error. Nothing is wrong. Cursor is simply installing everything required for Supabase to run in a Python backend. Once this completes, Cursor will generate the backend file as it planned, and you'll be able to connect your Supabase instance, insert test data, read from tables, build API routes, integrate with your front end in the same project. This is normal dependency installation, nothing more. So Supabase is what allows softwares to store and secure user data and make it a usable software / product. Can I spell? People will want to pay for. Correct. There's a lot of stuff I'm so unsure about. It's a backend infrastructure you don't want to build yourself. That's the accurate framing. Core function. Supabase gives you a real database, user authentication, row-level security, file storage, API endpoints over your data, serverless functions, real-time listeners. That combination lets your software store, protect, and retrieve user-specific data in a way that can actually support paying customers. It replaces you having to build your own database server, your own auth system, your own security rules. The result, your app can behave like a real product with accounts, save data, personalized experiences, long-term persistence, all without you reinventing backend engineering. That's the entire point. So is this reliable for 100 users with sensitive info and a lot of data? Yes, Supabase is built on Postgres and hardcore hardened auth authentication, both proven production-grade systems, comfortably handles far beyond 100 users. And then it has a whole bunch of shit. The wink link is not Supabase. It's bad schema design and bad authentication policies or weak front-end code. If you set RLS properly and don't leak keys, the backend is solid. For 100 users storing sensitive operational data, Supabase is more than enough. Okay, cool. Well, 100 users at $300 a month would give me 30 grand a month. So that would be great. That would be fantastic if we could reach that. So obviously I would like a lot more, but we will get there. So anyway, that's what it is currently setting up. So there's a little preview on what the fuck I'm doing, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but AI does. And as long as I know how to spot errors and find bugs, then we're good. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of issues that are going to send me through the roof with frustration and not knowing how to fix things. But I do believe, oh shit, I thought I canceled out of this. Whew. What does this button do? Expand. There we go. I thought I just exited out. Holy shit. If it's one thing that... If it's one thing that AI is great at, I would say it would be generating code. I mean, Claude is a beast at that shit. And I'm using Cursor. The whole point of it is to generate code. Matter of fact, it's generated this entire thing. I haven't coded one goddamn thing at all, which is insane. So, anyway. Yeah, so what I was saying was I'm trying to go through and really think about every system and then build that system out just with the core parts, and then we can go back and refine. I kind of want to make an MVP, right? So a minimum viable product, and then put some fake data in there, do some tests, make sure it works properly, and then I wonder if I can make my own system that takes all the information from Notion and puts it in here. I don't know how that would work, but I'm sure I can figure it out. But yeah, I think this is, if this delays me getting paid, if this whatever, shitty, but I think long term this is the play for so many reasons. And, not to mention, if this excites me more than anything else and I'm fired up and I love this and I'm kicking ass and I'm so dialed in, maybe that alone is worth any kind of quote sacrifice or delay in the time of all this, because I mean, Alex Hormozy said it best, you make the product so damn good, make the offer so good that people would feel stupid saying no. And rather than making a shitty product and going ham on advertising, make an incredible product and let the product speak for itself. Let the product speak for itself. And Elon Musk actually said the same thing. He says that he doesn't put any money into advertising. I don't know when this interview happened. I was listening to an interview, but I don't know when it was. But he said they don't put any money into advertising. They put it into the car, into the benefit, or the accessories and the perks and all that stuff of the car, and make the car exceptional. And that way the car speaks for itself. I mean, the amount of people that I've told about my car and all the fun shit it can do and all that stuff is a lot. It's just so cool. It's just cool. And that's the whole idea with the toy box marketing on a much smaller scale. Make some stupid shit and tracking things that, I don't know, just make people talk. So anyway, that's kind of the state of mind I'm in with all this stuff. So I don't know. I'm really excited though. I was fired up all day today, and I haven't felt that feeling of holy shit, this is sick in a while. I mean, I probably feel wow, this is badass every day, but not a holy shit, this is insane. So very cool. I mean, there's just so much we can do. There's no rules, and there's no, one thing that does suck is I recorded all those videos, and now if I'm going to run with this new software design, they're all obsolete now because it's all Notion. Database is different, setup is different, interface is different. So whatever. But yeah, everything is here. I made a whole fucking software, dude. So tomorrow, probably going to be, I really need to work on everything with Mina to get that taken care of, and then polish that off, and then with the remaining time continue working on all this. There's just so much here, and I'm not really sure the best way to go about it, but I do think that getting it all in here and ensuring that it works, I think I can rearrange things after that and put things where they need to go and get permissions and blah blah blah. But yeah, there's to the point of, again, Alex Hormozy, when he said that instead of going for a silver bullet, go for a silver bullet. Yeah, people are looking for the silver bullet, meaning it's just a one shot, one kill kind of thing. I think that's what it means. Rather than going for the silver bullet, go for 1,000 golden BBs, which just means find 1,000 tiny little itty bitty ways you can improve it. By the time you do that, it will be a silver bullet because of all the 1,000 tiny different ways you improved everything, And I'm already finding that now, just small little things, just tiny little things. For example, this whole time when you click on the date and you want to edit a date, it it shows up with this calendar thing and you can't really change it. So what you have to do is you have to click the little calendar icon and then click from the calendar that pops up, and it doesn't fit the theme. So I thought, well, that's fucking stupid. Let's revamp that. Let's go ahead and make it so you can type in whatever. It recognizes the date. So rather than typing 1/1/25 for January 1st, 2025, I can type in Jan 1/25, hit enter, and it just knows that's January 1st, 2025. Or I could do 1/1/27, and that knows it's January 1st, 2027. Or I could do 10/10/28, no spaces. And then, oh, actually that fucked it up. Oh, it thinks that it's January 1st that way. So 10/10/28, October 10th, 2028. So whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's already some things that are incorrect. You know, it says it says that this person started on October 10th, 2028, and they're currently on week 12 of the program. So what the fuck does that even mean? That's incorrect. But yeah, I got the client information tab. I would say that's done. It's not to my standard whatsoever, but it's done for now. You know, it's very simple. It's client contact info, program details, program specs, personal details, mirroring what I created in Notion, but with my own, I guess, design. You know, I don't know. And I'm already looking at it, thinking of ways that I can make it better. And what's really interesting about this way of building this using AI is that when I think of something that I want to change, all I have to do is write a note in an instruction format, such as, so rather than writing a note of, I don't know, check-in frequency needs to be highlighted in red. Let's fix that next time we edit. I don't know. Rather than that, I'm going to write it. Please change check-in frequency from blue, orange, and purple to red, green, and yellow. And ensure that the box is rounded with the round corners, and has a glowing effect when you hover your mouse. That's what I'm going to have to take notes on, rather than, don't forget to edit assign coach to be 2 hyphens instead of 3. I don't know, just some. And then after that, I just copy paste that, put it into Cursor, and then it generates the code and then updates everything for me. I don't got to do shit. That is fucking cool. That is cool. And that gets me excited because I really am just writing my thoughts down as they come. And then AI takes my thoughts and puts them into a workable, I was going to say tangible, I don't know if that's applicable to digital devices, puts it into a tangible system that I can use and mess around with. I mean, it's just, this is so cool. I mean, I'm looking right here. It says John Doe, and then there's a hyphen, and then the status. I don't know if I want that hyphen there. So I will literally say, hey, in the client profile, and the top where it says the client's name, and then there's a dash, and then it says the status. Let's remove that dash, and then move the status over to the left, over to compensate for the space there. That's what I'm going to have to type in. And I think things are a little bit too spaced out, so I'll probably ask it to make things a little bit more compact. Things are really minimal looking, which I love. I love that look. I love that look a lot, actually. I think I'm going to roll with that. I love the look a lot, actually. Like the font, I just said like, goddamn it. The font, the spacing, the thickness of the font, huge fan. And maybe that's just some autistic shit, but it looks so good. It just looks so clean. It's a Montserrat font. It's all caps, probably medium. If I had to guess, it's probably size 12, and it just looks clean, and it's not white, it's an off gray. It just looks clean as shit. And I'm such a nerd with this stuff. So, and I actually told Trey this because I said, yeah, man, I built all this in Trey. He said, yeah, I'm proud of you, this is great, blah blah. And I said, yeah, dude, thank you. When I was transferring all the data, I came to the conclusion that fuck this, I need to make it better. So I actually started making software. Showed him a preview, and he says, oh yeah, man, this looks even cleaner than the other thing. And that's in the Zoom call if you want to hear it. And I said, yeah, dude, it's going to take a while. I'm using Cursor. It's just AI coding. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, that Notion really takes care of for me. It handles it, and I don't have to think about it. I just make a database and put a little check mark and call it a day, But with this, I'm going to have to do it myself. So there's a lot to learn, for sure. There's a lot of rethinking the logic because, again, when I was building all of this inside of Notion, to some extent it was easier because there were caps, there were limits, I couldn't think outside the box because the box was the limit, So anything outside of that, it was just an automatic nope, not possible. And then I revert back to whatever. So I guess in some sense it did make it easier to build things because I didn't have to, there was no limitless creation. So, but is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I think it's a bad thing long term, but now that there's no limits, I have to go from trying to solve problems and be tricky and blah, blah, blah to actually figuring out how the fuck is this going to be useful to somebody? How are they going to use it? What buttons do they need to see? Because I'm huge on choices, on checkboxes to be able to turn on and off things. For example, I used to bitch about this with the FedEx software all the time, but there's so many settings that they're so deep and buried within the settings that I don't want to even open it up and try to change anything just because it's a rabbit hole. I have to click on, first of all, I have to stop the fucking truck to tap on anything. Then I have to click settings. Then I have to go to general. Then I have to go to driving settings. Then I have to go to pop-ups. Then I have to go to disable. And then I have to click on the notification that I want to disable. And then whatever. How about just let me click a button on the main page that just is a notification button and I can just disable it for a driver or something like that. Small things like that. I mean, the fact that I put the color or the theme, the light mode, dark mode, it's a button on the bottom left side of the screen. It's I want it to live there permanently. It's tiny. It's not going to get in the way. It's very clear as fuck what it is if you've ever used software in the last 10 years. It's going to live there. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to have you click settings and then go into the mode and then click in. Fuck all that. This is where it lives. And so I think everything is going to follow that same pattern to a certain extent. I'm not going to fill the entire screen with buttons. But shit, I might make a little button itself where you click it and it drops down with 20 other buttons, and each one, when you hover your mouse over it, says exactly what the fuck it does, because that's very helpful. And then when you click it, it does the thing that it says it's going to do. It makes it very obvious that it did what it said it was going to do. That way you don't click a button and you think, I don't know what the fuck it did, I'll just turn it off. The horse shit, dude. I hate that. So see, this gets me so much more fired up than anything. So yeah. Now yeah, I think that's it. Just said, damn it. So anyway, this thing is still downloading. I don't know why it's downloading so slow, but I'm in no rush. I'm about to go to sleep, so I'm just going to leave this open, I guess. But it is now 10 p.m. Don't know if I said it. It's November 17th, 10 p.m., 2025. And that's where we're at. I uploaded 3 shows today, just because I was a little behind, but got it done. So anyway, that's everything. That's what we got. So, yep, I think that's everything for today's show. I'm just so stoked about all this. So I'm very glad that I stumbled across this stuff. Just the fact that it's mine. It's crazy. I mean, obviously it might be more satisfying if I knew how to code and I was doing it all myself and I was going in there and I knew exactly what I was looking at. I'm sure it'd be more satisfying and I'm sure it would make me feel more proud of this. But at the end of the day, if the idea in my head, I don't know, if I can just get what's in my head out into the real world ASAP, I think the better, which maybe that's what AI will help a lot of people do. A lot of people aren't artists, but they're really good. They can explain what's in their head and AI can do the rest, A lot of people don't know how to code, but they have great ideas for software, and as long as they tell AI, they can build the software. Maybe that software, maybe people have ideas for medical software or something that can actually save lives and help people do their thing in the hospitals and things like that. So I think AI is almost like that gap between having the vision in your head and not being able to actually do it with your hands or create it with words or I don't know, whatever the case may be. But anyway, I'm done. That's the show. Thank you guys for listening. Peace out.
Dude, I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Bryson. Haven't seen you in a minute.
I know, it's been a second, huh? Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. You good?
Everything's great. Yeah, everything's so great, actually. Yeah.
Good.
Heck yeah. I love it, man. Well, I think we got everybody here. Guys, I'm going to let you guys start. Whatever question. Sam, if you want to go first, I know you got some questions for Bryson. Mariah.
Actually, it's for Bryson and you. The birthdays and full addresses and like birthdays, full addresses. I know time zones I need, but like all the different month options that we have as far as how long is this client's program, like you want all that in there? Like, am I asking people what their birthdays are now or?
Oh, no. Okay, so wait, Trey, do you want to take that? Or?
No, go ahead.
So that is, I mean, so think of it like I just built everything for you guys, and whatever you want to use. If you don't want to use it, all good. I don't care what you use or what you don't use. It's just there for you if you want to.
Okay.
But there are certain things that are beneficial. You know, if you have their birthday, then you see there's a whole bunch of back-end stats you can see. I mean, I've even gone as far as to show you how many clients sign per their zodiac sign, just in case you, like going that far.
I don't believe in zodiac.
Yeah, me neither. But you can do that. And then with birthdays, it'll show you, even if they're inactive, when their birthday is. So that's just an easy excuse to get in their DMs again, So I think it also makes you look better as a business as a whole if you remember everyone's birthday. But I don't know, the small things like that. And then with time zone, that's just for you guys. For address, you don't need their address. You can actually put, if you know where they're from, like South Carolina, you can just put SC USA, and it actually maps it out. So you have a whole map of where your clients are, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if you have international clients or not, but that's an option as well. So it really is just all for you guys. If you want to use it, use it. If not, all good.
Okay. And the client program, length, and then because it wouldn't let me move any farther without putting in a birthday, so I just put the date of the call.
Yeah, I can actually make that not required. Yeah, what do you not want to track? And I can fix that for you right now, actually.
Well,
Yes.
I don't think like the birthday's necessarily a bad thing, but it wouldn't let me move through the form without putting a date in there.
Yeah,
so I just used the date that the call was made.
Okay, just fixed it. So now you can move on without that.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
And, that was on that form. Hold on, let me flip to the other one. Somebody else can go on looking.
No, I was just gonna say, like in Trainer Eyes, we have all their birthdays and like messages we send them, so like we don't need necessarily worry about it on there. I think, just logging in the state that they're from is cool and the time zone, but outside of that, I don't really think we need anything else. I didn't even look at the closure form. I just assumed it was the exact same, honestly.
It's slightly different. There's a few more questions, but the other thing with the birthday is it'll show you the age groups of your program over time, so you can see the demographic of your program as it relates to everything else. So,
yeah. I mean, realistically, well, we get it. Yeah, we get it in their Calendly form. Oh yeah, that's in their. Wait, Jamaica, are we getting their age in the Calendly form now since we're manually booking them or not?
Yes, we're getting their age.
Oh, cool. So yeah, actually, well, that's their age. That's not their birthday. So can we just leave an age column in there? Because I do like that, Bryson, that we can see. Can you throw like an age column in there? And
Yeah.
you can just go and drop in their age instead of knowing their full birthday.
yeah, I'm going to write this down.
Because that'll be cool. That way we can see, like, yeah, okay, we have this, our demographic is however age range. That'd be pretty sweet.
Only thing that I can think of is in 1 year's time, it'll be incorrect. You know what I mean?
Sure. But I mean, realistically, hopefully we have clients for the next 10 years.
Yeah. Is the average, that's the other thing it shows. It shows you how long clients stay before they leave, but is it usually around a year or 2 years maybe before they peace out?
I'd say like average is around a year, but we do have multiple that's been with us longer than that.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I mean, it's very rare to have a coaching client for 10 years or 5 years.
Well, I was looking at some of those clients you have in there, and there's a few that have been with you for quite some time. It's probably a gym client, right?
Oh, yeah. I have a couple that have been with me for a long time. But
have you looked at the lifetime value chart yet to see like who's the most paying?
No, I have not.
Oh, man. I can't remember his name, but he's leading the pack by a lot.
Let's see. Is that all you needed, Sam?
For now, yeah, I'm going to get into the other one.
Okay. Jamaica, do you have any questions first off for Bryson, or anything you need added or anything like that?
No, coach. Was just like to ask, like for the payroll, am I still gonna do it or?
Yeah, Bryson, does that, so Jamaica normally does, like, sends me over a manual Google sheet for payroll. Is this thing going to actually send me over an automated thing now? Is that how this works?
As far, so that, like, the hours that everybody works for the week? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because when I checked the Notion, I already see like for 2 weeks, it can like compute the hours for 2 weeks. So my only concern is, that's why I'm asking, is because sometimes like sometimes VAs forgot to log out. So like I am, because we have to like send you a message and edit their time in case. So that's why I'm thinking, if would I still be needing to send coach like a report, or
did you have access to seeing everybody's hours in the last version of all this before it was updated?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I can give you because right now I don't think you have access, but I can give you access to that, and all you have to do is hover your mouse over the chart, and it'll say how many hours everybody works. So you can just send a screenshot to Trey after it's corrected if somebody stayed clocked in too long. So,
okay.
As long as everybody's using this, I don't think there will be a problem. But I don't know what you're currently using with the Google Sheet and stuff like that. But if everybody's using this, you could just send a screenshot and then you're good.
Okay.
Does that answer your question? Does that help? I don't know.
Yeah. How about you, Coach? What's your preferred? Well, I can do that. It's just that for Google Sheets, like, I put their name and their total hours for that particular day, and then total it. So, how do you want it, Coach?
No, if Notion's going to total it for you, that saves you time. And like, if we can save you time, that means that you can, book more calls and lead the team better. So, yeah, if you can, I'll still have you go in there, Jamaica, and just send me a screenshot just to make sure it's accurate, and then I'll just do the math real quick and send over payroll. That's pretty simple.
Okay. Yeah. All right, got you, Coach.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'll be easy.
Just to make sure we're on the same page, you want me to share my screen to show what I'm talking about? I think we are, but I just want to make sure.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, can you guys hear that? My dryer is smacking my wall right now. Okay, so we have.
Yeah.
You put your mouse over it, it has just the total hours for everybody, just like that. So you could just, take a screenshot, boom, whatever you want to do. That's what I was thinking, but if that you need something else, let me know.
Yeah, will I see like the same?
You should see the same exact thing. Yeah. Sorry, did I just cut you off? What were you? What did you say?
Yeah, I'm asking if I can see the same thing.
Yeah, I can move this. Yeah, I can move this over so that way you have access, because right now it's in Trey's dashboard. There's only 2 right now, so I think it's like you have Trey stuff or you don't, kind of thing. So I can make another one and make that so you can see it as well.
Okay, got it.
And it's the same thing, so we have all the names.
I'm the only person who can see that in Trey, right?
You should be. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else should be able to see this, unless you want everybody to see this. But
no.
Yeah. And everybody see everybody's hours. Yeah. Cool.
I'm good.
I got one more thing. Trey, remember when we were trying to do promo? I can't even remember which one it was. But the client sales call notes, not the people that signed up, but just the notes of everybody that comes in. Is there a way to put the phone number in on that as well?
Yeah, let me add that really quick. So you're talking about the sales call notes form? I think that's what you call it?
Yep. Can you just add the phone number to that as well?
Yep. Do that right now. Do you guys follow up with these people after? So this is for a call when that doesn't go as planned, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that way if we have somebody where I've got notes or I can read what I put in there, pull their phone number from somewhere else, that would be great.
Okay. Do you want their email as well? Does it ask for that?
It doesn't ask for that. We don't really need the email. Just a way to pull them if I'm searching for them while I'm in Notion.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, client phone number is in there. Good to go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, sweet.
Yeah, these are all easy ones.
Bryson, is there a way to build? I know, because obviously there's still a lot of this that I haven't even gotten to make it through. Honestly, there's obviously there's a ton of tutorials and videos.
There's a lot of stuff.
But just quick question while I got you here is there a way to build in an automatic, like if a call didn't close, like a 30-day notification to the team to follow up with them or just touch base with them, and then like a 60-day notification? Is that possible?
Yeah. So how does that get triggered? So when a call doesn't go as planned, you fill out the call notes form. 30 days from that?
Yeah, so 30 days from their initial call. If like Sam could get pinged, or there's a team dashboard that got pinged and it's like, hey, touch base with so and so.
Yep.
I could go review and just shoot them a message, like not to close them on anything. Like everybody says, in business, the fortune's in the follow-up. Unfortunately, we have not seen that in our business. So,
oh, yeah.
I mean, in all reality, we haven't. And I talk to, obviously, Brian in the mastermind about it all the time. But I think a lot of that has to do with, like, if there was some type of automation, 30, 60, 90, 120 days where we could get notified, that would be sweet. I don't know if that's possible.
Would you want to get notified? How would you want to get notified? Because I can do it in Notion. So you just get like a little red number one. It's like, hey, so-and-so, you got to follow up with them. You can do that. I think I might be able to make it so it pops up in WhatsApp, but I know I can make it send an email.
No, definitely not email. That would be sweet if it would pop up in WhatsApp in our Shark Tank chat, and then whoever saw it first could just touch base with them.
Shark Tank chat? That's cool.
Yeah, that's the name of our
That's
chat,
cool.
actually.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm sure I could do that.
Does it automatically timestamp when I put in client sales call notes to the date? Or are we going to have to put the date in there as well?
Yeah, anytime anything happens at all in Notion, it timestamps it, which is pretty cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah, if you go into the table and if you go all the way to the far right, it says submission time. So, for example, Julie with 3 E's, November 16th, 2025, 3:20 p.m.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good there.
Wait, so we'll work on that. And then, Mariah, you got any questions? Anything top of mind for you? Like, or anything that you need?
No, I was just, I guess, making sure that everything that we would normally do, like the onboarding and like the check-ins, all that stuff looked pretty much the same. I didn't know if there was something that I needed to hear that was new that we were supposed to do, but everything
should be mostly the same, yeah. Okay. If there are certain things that are different, let me know and I can fix them, because in the whole process of this, I did have to change things up, but I tried to keep it the same for you guys, so it was the same,
Okay. Yeah, it looks good.
Cool.
Everything looks pretty similar.
Okay, Bryson, cool. I had a question about so is this, because I know you migrated all of our current clients over, is like in the KPI sheet on the CEO dashboard, is this stuff correct with our data?
No, so nothing in the purple one, right? KPI metrics hub?
Yes.
Yeah, nothing in there is true. It's all a bunch of made up stuff for the visual that you could see of how it would look, because if I just give it to you all blank, you have no reference point, So nothing in there is correct, and have you watched these videos yet, by chance?
A couple of them, not all of them, no.
Okay, so how it works is every Saturday there is an automation that goes out, and it just pretty much gathers all the info that has happened in the last week. So for example, for financials, everything that happened in the last week, it just sums that up and puts it into the financial KPIs as a row, and that will say, for example, January 1st through the 7th, this is what happened as far as financials go. So it's the same thing for every single database, and it happens every Saturday night. And it's my time, so it might even be Sunday 1 a.m. for you. But
so so those automations, so like all of our master log with all the dates and stuff, does that stuff not talk to the KPIs?
What do you mean? So the dates of sale, or?
So yeah, so like if we have our where's that TSC home. So like if I go into our master log, right, we have obviously all of our clients with all start dates, program dates, finances. Is that stuff is not going to log in there already? You know what I'm saying?
So are you wanting like a past history kind of?
Yeah, I'm just saying like so if this is drawing from data, 100%. So like if we already have all this data in there, does that mean that like none of this is going to be attributed because it's a new system? Like, is there not a way to take everything that's already in here and at least make one row where it's like, all right, this is current year to date finances, current year to date client retention? Because, you know, if I'm looking at Amanda Harwood started in, you know, March 3rd and has a program end date of September 2nd, like, is it not going to pull the data from March?
Well, is she still in the program because she expired in September?
She renewed, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about too. Amanda renewed, and I can get the exact dates.
Okay. Well, to answer your first question, it's just tricky because in order for it to know, for example, retention, it has to know when these clients left. So if you want retention for March, for example, it would have to know when each client left and when they began, when they were no longer active. Does that make sense? So, for example, if we have Josh Wall, looks like he's inactive, but there's obviously this is a brand new system, so there's no date of when he started, when he stopped being in the program. So in order for it to know churn and retention and growth and all that stuff, in the past, we would have to fill out all of this, and then I could definitely make some kind of custom automation to go back in time, but everything is from this point forward kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I guess my confusion is like if there's an automation now, because even that, right? If it needs to know when the client left, if the program end date's correct, it should. I mean, that would be when the client left, right?
Well, it depends because the end date is of their program, and if they renewed, then that end date would be a different end date, and so there's like the sale date, and then there's the program date. So like if somebody joins today, here's a question. If somebody joins your program today, do they also start the program today, or do you have like a week period for them to get groceries and I don't know.
Start take that.
You what?
It starts as soon as the sale.
Okay, so that's their day one. Okay.
Yep.
So I can set it up so when you click inactive, it just puts their inactive date. Because right now how it's set up is you click inactive whenever they go, whenever their end date is, and then it prints the date that they are inactive, and then that's how that tracks. So does that work, or would you prefer something else?
No, that's totally fine. I hate that all this previous data is just going to be out in the ether somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we have it all, to me, there's got to be a way to draw. I mean, even if it's not perfect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if everything's housed in the master file, you know, when I say like everything since we started this whole system, like there's got to be some kind of way to draw it to at least give a rough, you know, data point at the end of the day.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I can absolutely figure that out. That might take some time, but yeah, I can definitely do that.
And then, so Amanda, I just want to make sure the renewals.
Oh, by the way, I haven't put in any renewals yet. I was going to actually do that with you so you could see how to do it. So all the KWMs and renewals.
I didn't see the ones that I sent you over, so I was curious about that.
I don't think I said that either, so that's my bad. But yeah, all the renewals, the KWMs, those are not in there yet. So.
Okay. When do you want to do that?
I mean, we can do it right now. It's so cool, dude.
Yeah, let's knock it out.
Okay, go to the renewals page.
Yep, a minute.
You said you're there. What'd you say?
Yep, a minute.
Okay, and then click the blue button at the top. Click to renew extended client.
Yep.
Okay, and it's as simple as this. Just fill out that form. Name, how long is their extension, package type. That's it.
So month-to-month PIF.
Oh, so that new M2MNC, that's just for people who they don't have an end date. So they're just paying, they can leave whenever. Month to month is more like a contract, so you know when they're gonna. It's like if somebody signs up for 6 months, they're paying monthly. That's a 6 month program. They're gonna end at the end of the 6 months, so they have an end date.
So if I fill out for the KWM stuff, if their program needs to be extended for their current program, is this going to do all that stuff automatically?
No, so the KWM I'm still going to have to do manually, but I think with Notion AI, you can probably have it do that, but I'll get back to you on that. I think you can just say, hey, Bob Smith ends this day, starts this day, put in a program that's 12 weeks in between those starting Monday or something. And I think it will do it, so, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I definitely I need to get those in ASAP so they don't get lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I met Harwood, so she did renew. How long is this program extension? 6
By the way,
months.
there's a lot of options here, and just to trim it up, I can remove ones that you don't use. So, if it's annoying having all those options.
Oh, that's all right. She did a $1,500 paid in full. Now, where is I can't select a date right here?
No, so it actually goes 6 months from their end date, from the previous program end date. So it's
so this works out good because she didn't get updated correctly, so this will put from her current end date.
And if the dates are incorrect, you just go to the renewals. You can just click the date and change it around however you want.
Okay. So renew client. Success.
So now find Amanda Harwood. Is that who we just... Yeah, there you go. Just popped up.
Yeah, so she's good. Yeah, perfect. She's good till March 20 or March 4th now.
Did you do it twice?
I only did it once, but it added that whole nother thing.
Wait, scroll all the way to the left. Renewed on. That split one is... I don't know what that is. That's really weird. Looks like that was already in there because that doesn't even have a renewed on. So that column that says renewed on, that's when you filled out this form. So that top one's correct.
Yeah, I don't know. Can we just delete this?
Yeah, just, yep. Use backspace or click the, yep, there you go.
Sweet. Yeah, that, and then I had one other question is from my dashboard. KPIs. So, and I have not even gotten a look at this yet.
Yeah, no worries. There's so much, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, there is a ton. There's like closure KPIs, right? Somewhere?
So my VA actually took care of that, and there was just so many things that I think are not needed and relevant. So we're currently working on that right now. So I think in the videos you probably saw that, but the closer KPIs and then the calls and stuff like that, that's kind of a work in progress. So, but if that's kind of what you want to focus on moving forward, I can make that a priority for sure. Just depends on what you need, but yeah.
Well, I mean, right now it's kind of sloppy. Like it's just manual entry. Sam's having to manually enter on like an ugly Google sheet, so it would be nice some type of automation. So when she called and inserted a PIF, that I would get some kind of weekly report with commission.
Yeah. Well,
I think I saw it on the video for sure, dude. Freaking dog's ears are bleeding.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, there's ways to, when somebody books a call on Calendly, it'll actually populate inside a Notion, and then you can just mark it if they were sold or rescheduled or whatever.
Yeah, I think that would be cool for sure. I think the biggest things that I need, though, is to make sure that like the Kingdom Warrior mentorship clients get added so that data does not get lost.
Yeah, I can actually mess around with that after this call.
So when they book a call in Calendly, it automatically goes into Notion. What happens if they cancel?
I think we can set it up so if they do cancel, it'll change the status in Notion to say canceled or something. But it's more like for you to track for example, if you have 10 calls booked, no matter if they cancel or not, it'll say that you booked 10 calls, and then from there it'll say how many were canceled, and then gives you all the percentages and the stats and stuff for all that.
Wow.
Pretty cool stuff.
Nuts. Yeah, a lot of data.
Yeah, there's so much, and it sucks because, like I said, my VA pretty much took the whole project of all this, and just learning more about how things work with how you guys, not you specifically, but just like, I guess the whole space in general tracks calls and leads and all this stuff. It's just, I think we just built the wrong thing almost, so just trying to revamp it because the project's huge. It's a massive database, so just got to get it right.
Is there still, I know we were in the previous system, Bryson, when our Google Sheet got overloaded with leads, because we crank through so many every day. Is there still a place to log in, like backlog any of our leads in this new system?
Yeah, we can still, you want the leads to be in Notion, or you want the leads to be in a Google Sheet?
Well, once we get a couple months of leads, so the VAs like working off the Google Sheet. It's just simple. They don't have to like fill out a form for every lead, which is nice. Whatever makes their job easier, I'm good with.
Cool.
But once we get like 3 months plus, that Google Sheet just starts cracking.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So we've just been backloading. Like once we get 3 months of data in there, we were just copying and pasting all the data into Notion somewhere just to keep tabs of it.
Oh, you guys have been doing that?
No, we had you do it for us a couple times. We haven't.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I didn't see any of that stuff, so thank goodness. All right. So yeah, we can export the Google Sheet and put it in Notion, or you can just export that Google Sheet, make a copy of it, and then roll with a new one. So that way you just have a history of Google Sheets. What kind of camera do you have, by the way? Because it's following your face, yeah.
Yeah, I just got a new iMac. I don't know, it's just whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I'm like, you got a cameraman for this Zoom call?
Bro, no, I literally freaking got this because I knew the new Notion system was going to be built out, and I'm tired of I'm blind as a bat, looking at my laptop.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to get my dog a freaking comb, bro. Come here.
Your camera's crazy.
Shame.
You're getting a freaking comb today, dude. Yeah, I think that is the biggest thing. I think once we get a couple KPI reports, I'll be able to kind of follow it a little bit more. But I think top of mind for me is number one, making sure this Kingdom Warrior mentorship stuff so it doesn't get lost, because obviously those are some pretty high ticket paying clients, and I want to know exactly when their memberships run out. And then something with the closure stuff would be great for when Sam, if she just closes a call, something that would just auto populate her closing percentage, show up percentage, her commissions off the sales that she gets. That would be nice if she doesn't have to go in there and manually enter them after every call. Right now, it's not a huge deal, but just thinking through the future, it would be nice.
Yeah. Well, the way that I can see that happening is Calendly, they book a call, and then that shows up on Notion, and then you would have to manually go into Notion still, but click, sold or not qualified or no show, and then it would calculate all of that from there. So it would still be manual work, but as far as the call and all the info goes, it would be in one spot.
Yeah.
Just make sure I know where to go to do all that stuff, and I'm good. Wherever I need to put it in, I'll put it in, obviously.
Yeah. I think it would be as simple as, Bob Smith, outcome, date, and then you just, in my head, that's how I see it, but yeah, should be super simple.
Cool. Yeah, I think those are kind of the biggest things. I'll get through some more, and then getting all of our old past data, if that could somehow calculate into our current system, even if it's not perfect, but being hey, in March we have all the start dates. It's in March we had so and so many clients, and the next, we had so many, because there's got to be, because the data's in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When did you start using all this? The master log and the closer form. Is that May? June?
That's a good question, dude.
Because I don't want to get all frustrated thinking we had this back in February or something and there's nothing. I think
it would still be even hard to tell, because we had a Google Sheet, a very messy Google Sheet before we started working together. But
you've got some info, your client seniority ladder and the upcoming anniversaries and all that. That's all in there.
So I'm not sure, Bryson, but what I'm saying is if we just went off more of the master log.
I think we can.
Inactive. So even. Yeah, because whatever all the start dates or sell dates are, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Irregardless of when we started using Notion to begin with, just hey, you had this many clients in March, and then obviously when their program date ran out, they ended. I don't know, but obviously at the end of the year coming up, it'll be very valuable to see that data.
Yeah.
This was our performance up until now. And I don't just want all that data kind of out in the ether.
Yeah, I know we can do it. I don't know how simple or quick it would be, but I know it can be done. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do that. Because we can run on. So how it works is, do you know what Make is? It's like Zapier.
I know Zapier.
Yeah, well, it's like Zapier. So we use that a lot, and that's what how the automations run every week. So I'm sure that we could have that go into all the recent weeks and months, and then count totals for those time frames. I'm sure we could do that.
Okay, and then nextly, I don't know if our contracts are getting sent automated anymore.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I had a couple that I had to send manually. I don't know if you can check and see, but
yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah. And I don't know, does it matter if they use financing? Like if they use Klarna, does that change the automation, even though it's still through Stripe?
I don't know actually, because how it's set up is it looks at the total amount, and let's see, what does it look at? It looks at if it's their first payment, and if it is, then it sends the contract. If it's not their first payment, it does not send the contract. So I don't think that should affect anything with Klarna or anything like that.
All right, I didn't think so. I'm going to drop an email of one.
Okay.
This is the email of a paid in full Sam just closed the other day. She's Romy. Is Romy the cancer holistic one, Sam?
Yep.
Yeah. It's always going to be an interesting start. I'm trying to think. Where was the other one at?
What do you need?
I'm looking for, there was one that signed up Klarna, paid in full, and the contract, what was it, oh yeah, here it is, Mary
Hernandez.
Yeah, Mary, and I'm going to shoot you over this one too, Bryson. So this one, she did Klarna, and she didn't get a contract. I had to manually send both of these. The emails that I'm dropping you in there are the Romy, she did paid in full just out of her bank account, and then the Mary did it out of Klarna. I mean, it shouldn't matter because it's still a Stripe transaction.
No, it shouldn't matter at all. Because both of these are on. So we're talking about where it says it sends the DocuSign, right?
Yeah, where it sends over the contract automatically, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Because realistically, Sam, what I would like for that to turn into is like, hey, when you're on the phone with them, like as soon as your payment goes through, it should send that automatically, right? Right in like that second.
As soon as they fill it out, the Stripe stuff?
As soon as they pay, right?
It should, yeah, because this thing is an instant trigger. So that this app will trigger as soon as a new event happens.
So I can say something like, you should receive your contract like momentarily. Sign that and send it.
It would be like, yo, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. Pull up your email real quick on your phone. You should see your service agreement in there. Do you see that? If they say yes, cool, knock that out for me ASAP, and then we'll talk about the form.
Okay.
Yeah, but it hadn't been sending, so I couldn't obviously tell you that. I don't know what was.
Okay. Other thing, Trey, I've got a stack of these. Do you want all of these to get the Black Friday, even if they've already gotten it?
What do you mean?
The Black Friday text from me. Hey, it's Sam from Strange Compound, blah, blah, blah. We're having a master class.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think even if we reached out to them on the Instagram DMs, it was from me. So maybe them coming from you, you know what I mean? Because you
might change it up. Okay.
I mean, if you're reading over your notes and you're just like, this is not our people, obviously, you gotta send it to them. But
right.
Especially those ones that you're like, man, I would really, because at the end of the day, whether they buy or not, I'm going to pour my heart and soul into that 60-minute masterclass. So it's going to be a ton of value for anybody.
Okay.
When did Romy and Mary buy?
Mary was the 12th. Romy was the 14th.
Look at Sam go.
She's on it.
On it. Somebody's got to be.
Scroll.
I'm not ADHD. You guys are. All right. Also, Laura and Jamaica, you guys are free to go if you don't have any questions. I'm sorry, I meant to tell you guys that. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all your hard work. If you guys need anything from me or Bryson, reach out to us.
Well done. Okay, coach. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Oh man.
Jamaica, we need to clone her. She's the best.
I need 7 Jamaicas, like seriously.
Okay, I'm trying to find those 2 names in the Zapier thing, but they just don't exist.
Really?
It's tricky because I can set it up so like as soon as they pay, something gets sent out, but we don't want it as soon as anybody pays. We want it on the first payment only for new clients, because I don't want, I'm sure you guys don't want people who've been in the program for a year to get a contract every month,
No.
Hey, welcome to the program.
That would not go.
Yeah. I just I don't know. It should work. I have no idea why it's not. Wait. My goodness. I love this stuff, but sometimes just looking, oh my goodness.
Turns your brain into goo.
It does. I tell my girlfriend all the time, I'm like, I have scrambled egg brain today. Does not exactly match.
Brandon just got off some meetings. He's going to hop in here. I think he's got a couple questions for you.
Okay, cool.
Was that the meeting with Romy?
Wanda.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
How many calls have you guys had today?
How many calls?
Yeah.
Not enough.
Not enough? Have you had 10?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, we're probably for the... Are you getting like automations from Calendly?
It's so tricky. I don't even know what it's just pulling records from Stripe, but it's so vague. It doesn't really say anything. It just says... It just has examples for me to test things, but it doesn't really give me information.
We haven't had any calls today. It's just to answer your question, but they've all rescheduled. We got 2 later, but...
Dude, I hate to say this, but I think maybe Chato might be able to help with this one, because doesn't he handle a lot of automations?
So he's like, that's like his specialty. Like that's like, he's like nerds out on all that stuff. And like I said, I have a meeting with him at 4:30. So like, I'm gonna, like I said, he's gonna kind of take a deep dive on what our back-end systems are right now. And obviously you've built the system and we have the system now, and I'm gonna realistically get his feedback. He's kind of been in the space longer than me, like the online world, So I don't know if you know much about him.
No, not at all.
He stopped online coaching to get into AI. Like he fell in love. So he's been doing it for a while. He's he's pretty much revamped. And what he does is like he builds AI automations no matter what somebody's CRM is, whether they use Go High Level, whether they use Notion, whether you use Trulio, like whatever it is, he's like everything can talk to everything, and that's what he comes in and does, and like helps with that stuff.
Oh, very
He
cool.
might honestly be somebody like a resource for you to like freaking connect with, honestly.
Yeah, Mina mentioned him a while ago, and he said that because I also was doing fitness coaching, and then I had so much more fun building all this stuff. So, yeah, Mina mentioned him a while ago, so I'm gonna have to connect with him, dude. That's cool.
Yeah, I definitely would. And he'll I'm gonna obviously show him the system today, so I know he'll see a little bit about it. But yeah, that could be definitely a valuable connection for you for sure. Maybe something you can do to either learn from one another, or maybe something he could help you with for like the growth of your company. He's super cool, dude. So
yeah, very cool, dude. Yeah, let him know that all the automations currently are ran through Make. I'm sure he'll know what that is.
Yeah, he probably does. I obviously don't, but.
Okay.
What's up, B? What you got? You got any questions for Bryson?
I just you may have already went through that. I just actually got off the call with a client. She was asking when her end date was. Can you show me where in the new where like, I can see there's like renewal, like when their renewal history is?
Yeah. So you want to be able to see. So what's her name?
Wanda Whipke. I just want to be able to, because like she was asking when her end date was, and I couldn't find it in there with the way the new one is set up. I just need to just want to know where it was at whenever someone asked.
Yeah. All right. So you go to. Come on. So you just go to Home. Brings you here, and you just go to the master log here, and then you can do the master view or all active clients. Master view has everything all in one. So if you just want it simple, click the all active clients. And then we can go in here and just find Wanda.
Yep.
So it looks like it's December 16th.
Okay. Yeah, we did. We found. We kind of like. I went into the master log itself and found it, but so there's not a space specifically designated for like, the re-signs and stuff like that the way it was before, correct?
So let's see.
Because I know over on the tab, there used to be like a renewal history, renewal follow-ups and stuff like that over on the sidebar tab, but it's not there.
Okay.
Where it had like the stoplights and stuff like that, where we can kind of see where...
Yeah. So that's a little different. That's going to be in follow-ups, and then go to follow-ups. And then you can see... This is for actually following up and logging the follow-ups, but we have all these different weeks. So if I click on this, you can see all the clients on week 10. It doesn't show their end date, but it just,
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, there's so much, dude. Like when you asked that question, I was like, I don't even know where that is. There's so much here.
Yeah, that was the biggest one. But if it's in the master, like in the all active clients, and I can see that there, that's totally fine. I think I was just because like in the old way, it was over on that sidebar where it's like, hey, you had like a little stoplight where you could kind of go over there and see.
Yeah.
But if I can see it on all active clients right now and when their end date is, that's totally fine.
Yeah, you can even right click on one of these headers and then sort. Maybe you already knew this, and then just descending or ascending, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was my biggest question because I literally just had a call with someone who asked when her end date was.
Okay. Yeah, that's how you would do it here. So. Is that cool? Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Hey, could you go back to that, Bryson, and look at that Romy client because it said she didn't have a start date. Sam, did you fill out a closure form for Romy?
I think that was one when we couldn't get into Notion, right, though? Was that when you signed her up when we couldn't go into Notion because Bryson was doing updates?
Yeah, but I put her in.
Okay.
I did put her in.
Well, is she starting today then?
Today's her start date. Yeah, I have a call with her in a few minutes.
Okay.
Hey, let me know how that goes.
Okay.
And by the way, so this is just the active clients view. It's very simple, like name, start date, days left. If you want anything else, you can let me know, or you can try to figure it out. You just click on property visibility, and you can show anything that you want. So if you want to see how long their program is, it would just 6-month program. Is that correct, Romy? 6-month program.
Yeah. You can leave that too. Leave the program link in. That's good.
Yeah, that'll be good.
What about what other clients did you sign up, Sam, during the shutdown?
I put everybody in.
Well, I know, but I just want to see because that one wasn't in, right? I'm not saying you didn't do anything, right? But something.
Eli was the only other one, right? And Jason, Eli and Jason.
And Jason, yeah, Jason, Eli, Mary.
Oh, Eli.
Eli Johnson, but he was the 15th, which was
How the hell do you spell Eli?
Eli.
Oh, just I'm just putting EIGH in there. Eli Murphy?
Nope, Johnson.
Yeah, that's it. Eli C. Murphy Johnson. That's it.
Oh, yeah, right there.
There he is. Yeah,
there's no
that's
start
him.
for him either.
He was today.
Today?
He starts today. I just got off the phone with him this morning. Yeah.
How'd
Okay.
that go?
That's good.
Good.
That's good.
All right, is there anything else or any other clients, I mean?
Jason.
Derulo? Yeah, no program
Jason
start date.
Patterson.
Today as
So
well.
just curious, Bryson, why is that? Why are their start dates not in there, even though there was a closer form put out on them?
Did you do this yesterday when it was, or 2 days ago when I was moving things over, or?
Yeah. I
No,
did
you
it on
waited.
What day did I do it on?
Oh, you waited till after the system was live because I told nobody.
Yeah.
Yep.
My computer's about to explode. Let me double check though. I'm going to stop sharing my screen just so, because it's being so slow right
That's
now.
cool.
Let me see. Dude, yeah, I got a new MacBook earlier this year, and I apparently can't handle Zoom and Notion. That's crazy.
I don't see Kane on the couch as he's laying somewhere else now.
I had to put him in his freaking ears are bleeding, dude. He's got his, like, I guess he scratched him again. So I didn't want him to get blood on the couch, which he probably already did. So
You know what?
But no, he would be laying there if it wasn't for that. What?
So the reason there's no start date is because that's handled in onboarding now. So I can change it right now if you want. So their day one is the same day as their sale date for you guys, right? So like somebody signs up today, they start the program
That's
today.
fine, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, technically they wouldn't start till but like at the end of the day, it's a couple of days. We're going to try to re-sign them before that anyway. So
Okay, well, let me share my screen again. Sorry, I realized I wasn't. Okay, so in onboarding, that's handled here. So you have the program start. So this is where you would select that yourself. So you click on this, and it would just be onboarding. This is onboarding. Sorry. So you fill out all this information, who the coach is, all that stuff, and then you handle. I don't know if you guys are still using this, but if not, I can revamp it. But still has all the the sign in, set up account, booked onboarding call, when is their call, macros, meal plan.
yeah, it's supposed to be
It's supposed to what?
It's supposed to be being used. That way, that triggers them to take them out of onboarding.
Okay, yeah, because when you're done, you just click submit, and then they're done. There's also a little progress bar that shows you how far along they are with onboarding. And these clients may have expired.
So they don't have
What'd you say?
They don't have a start date because the onboarding process wasn't followed. Is that what you're saying?
Now, yeah. So there was no way for you guys to know that I just changed this without watching videos, and it's so new, so it's fine. But the first day, the program start date is now decided in onboarding, so you can move that around if need be.
So now, do we have to put in onboarding? Do we have to put that in manually, or is it like put in there as soon as we hit like done, when we like schedule all the thing?
So what it would look like is, it would look literally like Peyton Bryant right here.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what you would see. So maybe all this is, so you would see, there we go. So she would come in here, any notes from the closer, the sale date, and then you put in their URL for Trainer Eyes. Is that helpful, by the way, being able to click on their profile and go to
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then right here, you would just select the program start date. So if it's today, boom, click that. And then whoever the coach is, And then when you're done with all this, then you would click submit, and then they would pop up down here. So,
All right, so that all has to be done through onboarding now.
yeah. So onboarding, the only things that were added were the program start, first check-in date. That way, that's how check-ins are kind of calculated now. And if you don't know, you just put the day of the week that they check in. So if they check in on a Thursday, it doesn't matter what day, as long as it's a Thursday. But
Okay, yeah. So Eli, if that's the case, then Eli and Romans are my fault because I took them through the onboarding and cleared them off. I just didn't put the start date in. If that's what I have to do with it now.
Yeah, it's
Go back there, Bryson, because I got a question. So
Yeah.
they shouldn't have to put the coach and stuff in there because Sam fills that out on the closure sheet, right? Like that's
yeah. So the coach, client type, frequency. Yeah, that's right. That's handled in the call. Yeah. So this should
They
auto-populate.
they literally just have to put in the program start and then check off and then hit submit.
Yeah, some of this stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so Brandon, you just got to do, nutrition plan added, workout plan added, call book, click submit. So yeah, you don't have to like put in coach and all that crap. You literally just got to put program start date, check the boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just have to put in the program start date now, which is fine. That's why Romy and Eli didn't have anything because I didn't put it in there because we didn't have to do that before. But if we have to do that now, it's no big deal.
Okay. It just kind of gives more power to you guys to choose things rather than it just being an automation that you have no say over.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I actually like that because then it's like if we sell somebody and they don't want to start for 2 weeks or something, then they can manually go put in their stuff.
Yeah, Mina runs things like that. He'll sign a client and then they don't start for like a week or two because they're going through onboarding. And I was like, oh, that's pretty smart to do it that way. So
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say don't ask questions, watch these videos, but these videos do. I try to address everything that I can think of in each one. And I try to make it as quickly as possible. So yeah, it's very helpful. Okay,
I think the biggest thing. Is that all from you, Brandon? Is that clear?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. We just need to make sure that's communicated to Mariah as well of how that's done. Right. So, because if not, we won't have start dates in there. Bryson, the biggest thing I think, dude, is like if we can figure out a way to get that data, even if it's a rough, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, because we have the data. It's in the master logs. It's in and then that and those client resigns. I just need to make sure those all get done too. Super important.
Yeah. While we were talking about that. So I mentioned that my VA, you were cool with my VA joining the team space, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can actually have him do a lot of this stuff while we can double team it. So,
cool. Definitely. No problem.
I'll actually just get with you after this call and we can figure that out. Just get him set up. Because do
you have access just to invite him from your, the Notion?
I think so, but I just wanted to make sure it was cool with you because it costs money to have him as part of the team.
For sure, dude.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah, that's no worries.
Okay, cool. I think I can set him up then. Let's see.
Yeah, you got Adam. I'll pay for his thing, his next.
Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's very smart, so should be a great asset.
Are you still working with PT Domino?
No, I actually stopped at the end of August.
Gotcha.
End of September, and everything was great. I needed more time to do this stuff because PT Dom was asking for a lot of different things that really had no correlation with everything I'm building here, So I was like, this isn't really benefiting me the way that it once was. So love you guys, peace, and they were cool with it. So yeah.
Are you still in the container at all or no?
I am actually. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm still in the group chat and stuff. I actually messaged Brian the other day and I said, hey dude, is it cool if I reach out to your clients and try to offer them this, but I'll give you a cut? And he didn't respond, so not a big deal.
Honestly, dude, he probably didn't see it.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, dude. That's crazy.
Well, I would share that with you because dude, the dude has 27 VAs, and I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
He literally has 27 VAs. So I know having 4 VAs, there's a lot of stuff. I'm just sharing that with you. I wouldn't hesitate to follow up with them. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, the thing is, dude, is actually yesterday I made do you know what Cursor AI is by chance?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what ChatGPT is, obviously, just AI, you can ask questions. So think about that, but for coding, and you can design any software custom from the ground up. Obviously, there's some red flags or some drawbacks and stuff, but I actually started coding my own software for all of this. So rather than it being in Notion with all these different rules and shit, I'm trying to make it my own software. So that's coming in the future for sure. So the possibilities are endless. And as always, you'll get everything that I build for free as well. So that's coming. So that'll be a lot more powerful than all this stuff. And it'll be much cleaner. I mean, this is pretty messy if you ask me, but there's a lot going on.
It's way cleaner than a Google Sheet.
That is true, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Also way cleaner than when you started this, bro. I'm proud of you. Yeah, this thing has came a long way since we started this whole thing.
Thanks, sick, dude. Yeah, this is just, I was just messing around, but you'd have the master log, you come over here, click on the client, finances. It's just so much cleaner. It's an actual website,
That is a lot cleaner. That's what you're working on now,
yeah.
Software.
Yeah, it's tricky because I don't really know how to code if I were to do this from the ground up, from coding, from just no AI, I don't know if I could do this. I could do it, but it wouldn't be done for years, you know. But AI is so powerful, dude. So I'm gonna work on this and try to get it up and going ASAP, and then so it'll be your own custom software rules from anything. Like if you want a random big purple button right here, you know, we can do that. No, you can't do that in Notion. So yeah. The other thing, I mean, doesn't really affect you guys all that much, but when in the future, if I need to update something, I have to manually come in here, update it for you. And then if I want to update it for Bob over here, then I have to go in there and manually update it for him and like rebuild it. And that's not, I mean, when I was transferring all your, I'm not complaining, dude, but when I was transferring all your data over to this, I wanted to like shoot myself in the foot. It was so brutal. I'm sitting here like, and he's getting it for free, you know, I'm messing around. But yeah, when I started doing that, I think it just dawned on me. I'm like, I got to figure something else out. And then I just looked around and found this cursor thing. And then, yeah, it's so exciting, dude. I'm really excited to continue building this stuff. So, but I'm still going to work on this for you guys. If you need anything, then absolutely, you know. But I definitely want to get you the polished off, I don't know, website, software, figure that out. Probably even make an app on your phone too, but.
Yeah, dude. So hopefully you got the VA to offload some of that work on, man. VAs are magic for that. Like,
yeah.
hey.
Well, nothing against him, dude, but he came out of nowhere. Like he actually, so I don't know if you knew this, but I have a podcast. I just record an episode every day. He found me on there, sent me his resume. And he said, "Hey, dude, I see you're building this stuff. I'd love to work for you for free." And I was like, "Oh, sick, dude. Are you sure?" You know? And he worked for a month for free. And I was like, "Hey, dude, you know, well, at the very start, I was like, hey, dude, you know, I'd love to pay you, but I'm not even making money myself. So totally understand if you want to peace out, but that's what's going on." He's like, "No, dude, I believe in you. Let's make this happen. We got this," you know? And I was like, holy shit. So yeah, he's a good guy. And he's, you know, he didn't know how to really use Notion or really how to use any automations or anything like that. But now he's cranking, dude. So anyway, he's helped quite a bit. So so the reason why I bring that up is I wanted to make sure that yours was done correctly, because, I mean, I just want to make sure it was done right. So I don't know if he would have. I'm sure he would have, but I don't want him to screw up your stuff, you know? So.
Yeah, for sure. Sick, dude. Sam, you good on all your stuff?
Good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks for the meeting, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta call with Shadow at 5 o'clock today. I'll probably hit you back up, Bryson, and kind of talk about some of the things we talked about.
Okay, cool.
And then kind of go from there.
Yeah, perfect. So real quick before we end, I just want to recap everything. I just was taking notes on what to tackle after this call. So add in an age group, or add in the age for the closer form.
Yep.
Give Jamaica access to the hours.
Yep.
And then notifications 30 days, 60 days. You want 90 days as well from the closer?
Yeah, 30, 60, 90, and 120.
Okay. And then that will go into the Shark Tank WhatsApp. So I'm going to have to figure out how to set that up. So I might need to be added to that as well.
Yeah, I can add you to it. You might just want to turn your notifications off because it like blows up.
Yeah,
like,
okay. And then Google Sheet backups. That's pretty simple. Just upload it. And then KWM renewals.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good, dude. I'll try to do as much of this as I can today and tomorrow. And then I'll let you know.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course.
Talk soon, brother.
Okay. See you guys later.
Later.